guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking about reality TV because I love watching reality TV. So,
Oh, is it? You saucy.
yeah, I got fruit. I was hungry and I got my naked juice. Might even go. So yeah. But I was watching a rerun of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I didn't see like all the seasons of some of them. But I was watching from the back because I caught the running back when I was about to watch Couples Therapy. And I just clocked a few things I need to tell you about, child. Okay? But you probably knew this. So, I was watching it. And this is before I left college, so I've just been... I left on season 3. No, season 5. So basically, but back to that. My mom called me. Sorry. But back to it. Stevie J, he was always walking somewhere. Like he didn't have no car with. I didn't say, but dang, like he was just always walking, and he was. Oh, mean, Justin, he went first of all. He came to a therapist session with Dr.Jeff with "I am God" shirt. I said, "You are God." And the therapist said, "This man will never change. This man will never change." I said, well, the therapist said it, you know it's serious. And on top of that, he then invites Jocelyn to the session after me meeting him. And he, he notices sweat on her and rubs it off of her. And the therapist like, you're being passive aggressive. And I was like, well, what is going on? And then he was like, oh, you're on my bus. So if you're going to be on my bus, be on my bus. So hop or don't be on it. I'm like, what is going on? He was giving me, I swear. Like, they think that they run the show. And that everybody's running the coattail. I'm trying to look up a word. I can't look it up. And then Mimi was fed up with him because he basically was like doing a lot. And I'm like, and then on top of it, he got Justin pregnant in the first season. And he was like, oh, this is my baby. But he carried around the pregnancy stick she peed on. What? What's going on? I was so confused. And then he did more in season 2. And that's just like, why is he doing this? And then he happens, he's like, dude, you gotta choose which one you want. But he's like, I love them both. But it's like, okay, look at that. But you're cheating on me. And then he was like lying. And he's like, oh, we're gonna be family. And you remember that one scene? Well, he told, Mimi was like, oh, I love him. And Jocelyn just started hitting him. I'm like, and then she said that she didn't have her own issues with her parents. And that she basically, that was a Stevie was the best thing to happen to her. And I'm like, that's crazy. Because it's like, wow. That'd be true for some people. And I'd be feeling so, and it's like, that's crazy. Because it's like, he was possessive. Because he's like, oh, I'm not going to make her. Because season 2, she had finished the songs. And he didn't want to listen to them. He wasn't doing his work as a producer / manager. And then he wanted a percentage out of the money she's making with Dawn from bookings. I'm like, what? But he didn't book them. But I don't know how that works, so. But he wasn't doing that. And he's like, I'm not going to finish shopping. But I'm like, wow, why are you trying to do that? And then he told her, you're never getting out the contract with me. And then she told me one review, she's like, I want his beefcake and his money. And then she called my good maid, of course. Well, she said they were married, but they never really got married because according to them they were, but you know, some people get married, but they don't shoot on the marriage certificate because it is called married. But then she's like, "You're hurting me," and at this particular agreement, she said, "Oh, I don't care about what he does," but then she started too, and said he's a liar and cheater. And it's like, hold on, it's moment in the show. Kirk, we get to Kirk, and it's the earrings. Kirk, I'm going to go. So he's like, oh, because they was independent as D-Lo. She was going to talk to them. Oh, why are you talking to Dad? Because the business side is hurting your relationship, of course. Then he says, who's been there for you 17 years? And starts going off. And I'm like, yeah, that, like, applause for the 17 years. Thank you. But now, she just wants help to do that stuff. And I was like, why are you using that? That's manipulation tactic 1. People think, oh, the past, we've been together this long with this not. No, leave that man. Don't let them say that because the past is the past. Okay, now what do you, like, okay. And then, I feel bad for K. Michelle because when she's talking about her abuse, when she said, I don't believe you because I know them people. And I was like, how can you deny somebody's story like that when she did what she did? Like, why would she lie about that? And it's like she said it, and it's like, oh, yeah. And it's like, dang. Like, all she did was tell her truth. And she got called crazy and insane for that. And I'm like, and then at the reunion, I remember they were laughing at it. And I'm like, oh, no, because Carly made a diss track. And, excuse me, Kim was like, I really don't care because it's probably not getting put in the radio, which it probably wasn't. But she's like, oh, you probably got people on like R. Kelly people. I said, what? I'm like, girl, these people went through real things. They're surviving R. Kelly 5 parts out, baby. It's crazy. Kirk then goes to the season 2, goes to the cabin with Benzino. The girls kiss him, rub his head. And when she's pregnant, but before he goes, he's like, "Oh, you a rapper? You know rappers?" I'm like, "You've been with her for 17 years, married 13. How is she cheating on you?" Then he had the audacity to do a DNA test on baby. I said, "Not the audacity." Yes, the man had the audacity. And Erica and Scrappy was messing with Shay, but he said that because he moved out of Erica's apartment, he's like, "Oh, we're gonna try to work on it." And then he had an asthma attack. And he's like, oh, Erica left me in hospital with my homeboys and people who know and doctors and nurses because she has to work. So I'm like, she got to lose her job because you in a hospital when she has to make that check whether or not. Like, I get it. I get it. That's important. But she may have been counted back. Like, what? And he's like, oh, that just shows she don't care. She has a job to do. And then he's like, oh, she's not doing enough. And he owes bad mouth for the shame, Mama D. Mama's like, you left my son for dead. He was in the hospital. And Erica said after she gave birth, he went on the airplane, whoosh, 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 and left with his homie. She didn't know. Yeah, but men on this reality show just show you. I don't know if I really watched the new Love and Hip Hop, but I don't know. But talk to you later.